This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, the dumping of 2 puppies causes outrage, with the SPCA doing its utmost to find whoever is responsible. We'll find out why a local academic says we need to put more effort into speaking our Indigenous language. And it's officially open. Small dogs on the Taieri now have their own special exercise area. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. SPCA Otago is asking for the public's help to find out who dumped 2 puppies near Brighton this week. Staff say they're thankful for the member of public who alerted them to the abandoned animals, which were without food or water. And now they want to make an example out of the person or persons responsible for the crime.
It's about caring as opposed to not. Otago SPCA Inspector Sophie Tinerau is pleased these Black Lab Cross puppies have been saved after being dumped near Brighton. She believes they're only alive thanks to a member of the public caring enough to call the SPCA.
I think if she hadn't have found them when she did, I don't know what their fate could have ended up being, especially in winter, being left with no feed provisions and no water. I hate to think what could have happened.
Tinerau says the SPCA wants help from the public to catch the people who left the 2 puppies for dead.
We'd like to take any steps we possibly can to find out how these puppies were left like this. Unfortunately, it happens a lot more than we'd like to see, but it is an offence, so we would like to not just talk to the people and hear their side of the story, but hopefully follow through and seek justice for the puppies as well.
She says there's legal consequence in store for those who left the defenceless animals on the side of the road.
Most likely it is an offence under the Animal Welfare Act, under section 14.2 to desert an animal without making any provisions for feed, water or for their physical health and behavioural needs.
Tinerau says while the SPCA is able to care for animals, the organisation is in need of funds to maintain and possibly remodel some buildings, as some issues are becoming obvious.
The door handle actually fell off this morning, so it's quite perfect timing for you to be here.
She says right now there's currently enough space at the shelter to look after the animals they have. But both her and other staff are very much looking forward to getting some new buildings on site, with fundraising already underway. Daryl Baser, 39 Dunedin News.
Police are investigating the theft of a small boat and trailer from a halfway bush property. Senior Sergeant Shona Lowe says the theft occurred sometime within a 12-hour window from 7:30 on Wednesday night. The 3.6 metre long boat has a 30 horsepower motor, while the trailer is said to be silver and galvanised. The boat is named Mr Mac, which is printed on the side. Anyone with information about the theft is asked to contact Dunedin Police. The Dean of Te Tumu, Otago University's School of Māori, Pacific and Indigenous Studies, is calling on people to use te reo more frequently. He's given a talk to coincide with the on-campus celebration of Māori Language Week, but he wants locals to embrace the language for more than just 1 week of the year.
Te Tumu Dean Professor Poiarewe is preparing for his inaugural professorial lecture at the University of Otago. It's a well-timed address with Māori Language Week currently being celebrated on campus. The revitalisation of te reo is a topic he's very familiar with, having used the language in several research fields.
Composing in Māori, performing and writing in Māori, supervising students, writing their theses in Māori or writing on the Māori language and on Māori culture and or other arts.
Rewe works at both a regional and national level to teach and promote the use of te reo in Aotearoa. He says it's important that Kiwis not only embrace parts of Māori culture, but also make the effort to engage with the language.
For Māori, it is the one very determining attribute of Māori is the language. Like any cultures really, cultures probably only go so far, but to really experience the richness of any culture is really to do that through the language.
Rewi suggests people start simple by learning to pronounce Māori place and street names correctly, as well as people's names. He says while locally people are giving it a go, there's certainly room for improvement.
I think in the 13 years that I've been at Otago, I've seen some great developments, and I think they're all positive. As a university, as a city, I think there have been there's been some traction with Māori culture at least, and Māori language support throughout the community.
He says it's good to see the use of te reo increasing in both formal and informal education. But with current statistics showing that only around 4% of New Zealanders speak Māori, he'll continue to push for more to be done to promote it. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Otago's prospective homeowners are experiencing the negative side effects of a drop in the number of properties for sale. The median price rose by more than $46,000 compared to June last year, with prices rising 12% in Dunedin. The number of sales across the region also rose 12% and almost 15% here in Dunedin alone. Despite the number of sales falling 28% compared to May, it's estimated there is only 11 weeks of supply remaining. Small dogs on the Taieri now have their own dedicated park to run around in. The Dunedin City Council has opened a new small dog breed park in Mosgiel at the request of local dog owners. But the official opening didn't go quite to plan.
Running free. A brand new small breed dog park is officially open in Mosgiel, much to the delight of local dog owners and their pets. Dunedin City Council staff say it's designed not only to entertain dogs, but to help reassure owners that their dogs are safe.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's not only just for the small dogs, but it's to give the owner of the small dogs, who can be the elderly person, the confidence to come out here with their dog and not feel intimidated.
The opening didn't exactly go to plan, with the key to the gate being left in the city. Despite that, a council staff member who brought along her pups was happy to wait.
I think the park's great. Yes, it's super. It's a great asset.
A recent survey of more than 400 owners in Mosgiel area showed 57% were in favour of the park over another option.
And everyone was given the opportunity to vote on what their preference was, either having lighting at the park or having the small dog park. And the survey results showed that they were in favour of having the small dog park.
Based on that response, the DCC is also planning a trial of 2 solar lights at the entrance of the park. Staff say if the trial goes well, they'll consider further lighting once funding becomes available. Henry McMullen, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we check out a new winery that's making Central Otago vino here in Dunedin. And it's crunch time for the Highlanders. We chat with coach and captain ahead of the game.
You can make a difference for the SPCA this Cupcake Day. It's the sweetest way to help animals in need. For more details, go to spcacupcakeday.co.nz.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Wooltech have the experience and the expertise to supply a wide range of high-quality New Zealand-made products and can manufacture customised products to meet your individual requirements. Wooltech, great people, great products, great service.
Thinking of services for older people, think Enliven. Enliven is a service philosophy where people come first. Enliven is about choice, activity, relationships, respect and security. You can enliven your health, your friendships, your life, no matter what your age. For more information, go to psotago.org.nz or call 4777 115. Come one, come all to the Lana Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. call 4761 or go online to www.lanarkcastle.co.nz.
Driving Miss Daisy is a safe, friendly and reliable companion driving service.
Hello Jean, where are we off to today?
We form genuine friendships with our clients and help them to remain independent. Thousands of Driving Miss Daisy clients and their families love our caring, affordable service. Call us today for a quote on 0800 948 432 or visit drivingmissdaisy.co.nz. Driving Miss Daisy, for the gift of independence.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
And mums and dads, we've got a great competition for you too. You can win a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket for your home. Just see the details below.
Welcome back. The number of Otago-based jobs being advertised on a popular job-seeking website is increasing in line with a nationwide trend. The latest data from employment website Seek shows positions in the trades and services industries have increased by 68% year on year. The sales sector is also showing a rise in the number of advertised roles, up around 32%. Overall, Otago as a region has enjoyed an increase of almost 20% in the number of jobs advertised on the site. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day down 7 points. It's now at 7,073, and the Dow Jones is up 134 points. And to the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is down against all the currencies we follow. A Cromwell winemaker is turning his focus to producing Central Otago wine from Dunedin. Brendan Seal is an experienced New Zealand winemaker with almost 20 years in the industry. He joins us now to talk about his latest venture. Good evening.
Hi.
Where did the idea to make Central Otago wine in Dunedin come from?
I can't say it's an original idea. I've seen the idea in the States. About 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I saw it over there, but immediately thought Dunedin was the place I wanted to do it in New Zealand, because Central Otago is so close. It's perfect. Yeah.
It is perfect.
Yeah.
How's it being funded?
Generous friends who've loaned me some money, and generous parents who've also loaned me some money. But the next stage will be more interesting, because I made a small amount of wine. I owned the equipment anyway, and I made a small amount of wine there this year with an idea to kind of test the idea. And now the next stage is to take it to the next level, so that's when I start to look for outside funding or other sources of funding, whether it's crowdsourcing or, we'll go down that path. I'm currently moving down that path now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell us about your winemaking background.
So I've been based in Central Otago mostly since 2002, doing a variety of winemaking roles there, but been lucky enough to travel around the world at the same time, which is often what you do when you're learning how to be a winemaker. And I've worked in the States. I've worked in Oregon and San Francisco. And I've also worked in the UK and Cyprus, which was quite an interesting place to work, and France. I've worked in Alsace over there. So yeah, quite diverse and a lot of fun, but Central Otago's always been home for winemaking for me.
How do you think the wine in Central Otago compares to what you've seen around the world, particularly France, which is renowned for its wine?
Yeah, Central Otago's lucky in that it's got a world-class climate for growing Pinot Noir, and Pinot Noir can't grow everywhere. You know, it's really quite fussy about where it grows. And so, as much as I like Dunedin, it's really fortunate that it's close to a world-class wine growing region. You know, yeah, Pinot Noir from Central Otago is definitely world-class when it's produced correctly. You know.
Are there any other urban wineries established in New Zealand?
Not that I know of. Certainly nothing right in the heart of the city. There's been the odd one or two that's been in the suburbs, but nothing right in the middle of the city, which is really where I wanted to be. Yeah.
Where were you getting your grapes from?
All from Central Otago and from a variety of vineyards there.
And what was done to them once they got here?
So it was all red wine this year, all Pinot Noir. So I de-stem the Pinot, so the grape stems come off. They come in as whole berries, and then you take the stems off, and they go into fermenter, and then they get warmed up, and they go through the fermentation process, which is simply all of the sugar converting to alcohol. And then at that stage, it's wine, and then you press it off, and you put it to barrel.
And do you physically remove each stem from the grape?
No, we've got a machine. We've got a clever machine. Winemakers have lots of machines. Yeah, lots of clever machines.
Because that would be rather tedious.
It would. I have seen it and heard about it being done by hand, but that is quite extreme.
It's
and
very
very,
lovely.
very expensive. You know.
Where were you based out of?
The old Gresham Hotel, which is that fantastic building on the corner of Queen's Gardens, which everybody in Dunedin is bound to be watching, seeing it unfold. It's an incredible building. I mean, it looks beautiful from the outside, but it's absolutely fantastic on the inside. Yeah,
it's coming along fabulously.
Yeah, it's great.
Are you wanting to offer wine tours at some stage?
Yeah, that'll be part of the package. Wine tours, wine tastings, wine experiences. I would imagine we'll just see how it all pans out. Basically, I want to be able to make really great Central Otago Pinot Noir in the city, and then anything else around that is a bonus. Yeah.
Is Pinot Noir your favourite wine, or are you a beer drinker?
I am a beer drinker, especially anybody who knows me will say that I'm a beer drinker more than a wine drinker. Especially at the end of a winemaking day, you really want to be drinking beer. And no, Pinot Noir is not my favourite. It's certainly my favourite to make. It's an amazing thing to watch unfold, day by day, month by month, year by year. It's an amazing wine. But no, I drink wines quite widely. I like having it's like reading. You've got to have a variety of things to like. Yeah.
What was the local response like?
Brilliant. Yeah, really, really good. Local media response has been good. Local support has been fantastic. And I wanted to be somewhere where people would be kind of interested, being able to walk in and pop in and see what's going on, and that site was perfect for that. We get lots of people walking by and sticking their head in and seeing, it's been great.
So let's say you got the funding that you needed, what happens next?
Next is finding a site for next year. Whether that's going to be a permanent site or a temporary site, I don't know at this stage. It's a matter of going through the financials and seeing. I'd love it to be permanent. At some stage it will be permanent. It's just whether it's next year or the year after. And then we'll make another 300 cases of Pinot Noir next year. And then I'll be out, this time next year, I'll be out showing my face around, selling to pubs and restaurants, as well as having a place where people can come in and taste as well. That's the plan.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with your funding. Winemaker Brendan Seal, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we'll find out how the Highlanders are feeling ahead of their game against top-of-the-table Chiefs, and we'll take a look at our online poll results.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order emu oil today.
You can make a difference for the SPCA this Cupcake Day. It's the sweetest way to help animals in need. For more details, go to spcacupcakeday.co.nz.
Come one, come all to the Lana Castle Winter Ball. Traditional dancing, dining and fun to be had. Dress up in your Victorian costume and experience the glamour of yesteryear and witness the address of the haggis. Friday 22nd of July, get in fast as tickets are limited. Call 4761616 or go online to www.lanarkcastle.co.nz.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Mobility Solutions Centre Dunedin provides products to improve your independence, comfort and safety. Contact the team at 4777 195 or visit mobilitysolutioncentre.co.nz.
We're a 25 Moray place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
And mums and dads, we've got a great competition for you too. You can win a fire extinguisher and a fire blanket for your home. Just see the details below.
Tune in on Thursday for Motorsport Night on Dunedin Television.
Welcome back. The Highlanders have home turf advantage going into this weekend's last regular game of the Super Rugby season. The clash against the Chiefs has sold out already and town is filling up fast with rugby fans. But despite a recent return from overseas commitments, both coach and captain say the team is pumped.
Tying up the regular season. The Highlanders are having one last run before their last game against the Chiefs at Forsyth Bar Stadium. It's been a long few weeks for the team due to overseas travelling, but coach Jamie Joseph is confident the team will fire up.
We haven't done a lot of training. We've done a lot of trainings, since November. So, no, really, it's just about freshening the bodies up, and the guys they're pretty keen to go, fellas.
The southern side won the last time the two teams met, but players aren't taking the task lightly.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs have been playing really well the last few weeks, and they're a smart rugby team. So, yeah, they might throw a few things that are a bit different up against us, but we've just got to adapt to that and, yeah, make decisions on the run. But
it's the usual lineup for the team, with only one change being an extra forward on the bench, which Joseph says can be vital in clinching the win at the end of the game.
Generally, in our team, if guys are going to fall away towards the most important parts of the match towards the end, it's generally in the forward. So we've opted this week just to put an extra forward in there.
The game sold out earlier this week with more than 22,000 people expected at the stadium. Players and coaches will be watching their phones closely with more travel possible as the competition enters the knockout phase. Henry McMullen, 39, Dunedin News.
The Reserve Bank is calling on the government to step in and address rapidly rising house prices. New quotable value data shows national house prices are increasing at their fastest in 12 years with heightened investor activity. This week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asked if you're concerned about those rising house prices nationwide. 70% of you are, 30% of you are not. As reported earlier on 39 Dunedin News, a local academic is calling on locals to use te reo Māori more frequently. It comes as the University of Otago celebrates Maori Language Week a week after the nationwide campaign. Next week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asks if you use te reo Māori words and phrases often. You can vote at our website dunedintv.co.nz. And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. Local SPCA staff are calling on the public to provide any information they may have in relation to the dumping of 2 puppies in Brighton. A Maori academic believes locals need to put in more effort to speak te reo confidently, and he's urging them to give it a go. And a new small dog breed park has opened in Mosgiel, much to the delight of dog owners who are happy their pets can now safely exercise. It's time now to take a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and Phil Somerville joins us. Good evening.
Yes, hi Rebecca. Page 1 tomorrow's, at this stage anyway, is likely to be dominated by 2 stories. The carnage in Nice in France, and looking at the question of South Dunedin, is it sinking? So that's an interesting story. And
I hope
Chris
not.
Morris is, yeah, well, it appears
house
it
is
is a
out
little
there.
bit. Yeah, we shall see. The mix, one of the features is been supplied, is about Wheels in Motion, it's called. It's about the early days of motoring in Dunedin. So that's intriguing. Mix also has an interview with the co-writer of the new Star Wars. I think the headings, yeah, so that'll be interesting. This fashion section is about snow, so that's the current thing. And on our regional pages, we normally don't mention those, this being a Dunedin audience, but we've got a story on the progress of the castle at Riverstone in North Otago, where the restaurant is, and there's good progress being made, and some pictures and stories about that castle. Finally, I should mention, as you did, Steve Hepburn, our rugby writer, looks at the big clash with the Chiefs tomorrow.
Excellent. That's all in tomorrow's paper. Thank you, Phil. Time now for local weather.
This 39 Dunedin News weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Emu Oil.
And here is our city view. It's taken of the sun setting on Bishop's Court. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, 9 degrees for both the central city and the gardens, the central city and the Taieri, 10 at the gardens. To the situation, and further cold fronts will wash over the country this weekend. So around the region, that means strong sou'westers with showers for Invercargill, Gore and Te Anau. Just some cloud though for Alexandra with sou'westers and a high of 7. And sou'westers with some cloud for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel, highs of around 6 or 7 degrees each. Not terribly flash. In Dunedin tonight, wintry showers clearing with an overnight low of 1. Mostly fine tomorrow with strong sou'westers and a high of 7. And on Sunday, cloud increasing with a period of showers, strong cold sou'westers and again a high of 7. And I've done a little bit of, telepathic thinking about the weather, and I just don't think you should put it outside this weekend at all. Well, to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. Low tide Saturday morning is at 7:30. High tide on Sunday afternoon is at 5 to 2. And fishing conditions look reasonable on Sunday morning in particular at 10 past 10. Well, that is all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for this week. We'll leave you now some shots from the week that was, set to music by local musician Jacob Ambrose. And we'll see you again on Monday. Good night.
My papa used to say to me, when boring people get bored, but avoiding distant tragedies, see how I wax and wane. All we ever do is complain. My mama used to say to me, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. But I'm looking for an instant remedy. Feel away, wax away. All we ever do is complain. Wax away. My papa used to say to me, only boring people get bored, but avoiding distant tragedy.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.